Ladies and gentlemen, today, the the 13th of July, Saturday, the 13th of July, 2024, the world has lost an icon in the fitness world, and perhaps the most well-known icon in the fitness world that there ever was. If you guys have not heard by now, Richard Simmons, the legendary former fitness guru and television and radio personality, best known for his very successful swung to the oldies weight loss tapes, has reportedly unfortunately died today, only one day after his birthday at the age of 76, I believe. Now guys, I am doing this to reveal to Richard, not because I myself have had any issues with what he specialized in or anything like that. So please don't even go suggesting that. I am doing this simply because I appreciate and respected for what Richard as a person brought to the world in his own unique, flamboyant, out there and special way that only he could for over 40 years, right up until he decided to go into seclusion back in 2014. Richard gave every single ounce of himself to helping people not just get back down to a healthier weight. If they had struggled with that, which again I personally never have, so again, do not even bring that up, okay? Or you will immediately be terminated from this channel. But more than that, for over 40 years, Richard gave himself to the world as a beacon of light, hope, joy, and inspiration. Perhaps even at the cost of his own happiness, because it is well documented that after February 13th or Valentine's Day of 2014, Richard made what would sadly be his last public appearance ever. And guys, the true reason for why Richard did that was sadly never revealed, but today is the day to honor and celebrate an individual that was an inspiration to millions of people all over the world. And just the fact that Richard did not care that it wasn't 1991 anymore, and right up until he decided to go into seclusion, he still was out there in the public eye doing and still giving us, the people, hope and joy and just something to look up to in any and every way he could. So today is the day to thank somebody that I think decided to leave the public eye way too soon. And that I think Richard still didn't know how much, but we the people still cherished him and wanted him back. Maybe not to call the hundreds upon millions of people that he did each and every week, or to respond to the millions of letters and emails that he had gotten throughout his hiatus, but simply just back as that special person that would always be there to motivate and cheer you up, whether you actually needed it or not. Again, guys, I am doing this tribute video to Richard, not because I've struggled with the weight problems that he himself became so notorious for. So again, don't even go suggesting that I did, because if you have, you will immediately be terminated. I am doing this because I always respected that. Even if Richard, at times, yes, was a little out there and perhaps over emotional, and yes, never did actually come out and reveal his personal sexuality preference to anybody. But the point is, today is about honoring the memory of a man and a person that decided to take his misfortune and somehow harness it for 75 years or 60 plus years rather, until he decided to go into retirement and seclusion and spend 40 plus years of his life giving back to the world, even though he had run through such a hard struggle and been damned by the world so many times himself. But he was determined to make sure that as many people as he could at least felt like they were not damned and cast aside, bullied, ridiculed, and actually had the help and the friend and the hero in him that he himself may have not had. And no, Richard unfortunately was not able to save every single person he came in contact with. One of the most infamous examples is Michael Habrango, which of you guys have seen the old Discovery Health documentary series Inside the Obesity Clinic, you may remember who Michael Habrango was. He was one of the millions of people over Richard's career that Richard was able to help, even to the point where Michael got featured in one of Richard's legendary exercise videos. But sadly was never able to conquer his own addiction in the way that Richard and so many other people like him that suffer with a weight problem are thankfully able to conquer that demon and addiction to food. But guys, please, first of all, do not say I have ever struggled with a weight problem, because I'm going to make this crystal clear. I have never, in my almost 29 years of life, had any problems with my weight at all. So don't even go trying to say I did. I do this video out of respect for Richard, and I would like to thank him for entertaining the world and being a beacon of light, hope, joy to millions of people all over the world, including myself, even at the cost of his own happiness. Richard, I say this with great sadness, but all the joy and respect in my heart, rest and power You know how, how much you meant to the world, and we will always continue to keep sweating to the oldies and keep sweating in your memory. And each of us, including myself, still held out hope right until we found out that you had been taken from us way too soon. It seemed like just when you were on the verge of possibly maybe even returning to us. So again, rest and power and all the peace in the world to Richard Simmons. We will always remember what you taught us, which is first of all, keep sweating and to, to always have love, joy, and compassion in your heart for anybody and mostly anything. We love you, Richard. We will never forget what you've done for us. Rest in peace. We love you. We will never forget. Thank you for 40 years of teaching the world that there can be a way to finally say farewell to not just fight for yourself, but farewell to potentially any sadness, depression, or just problem that you had. Thank you for everything, Richard Simmons. May you rest in peace. We love you, and we will never, ever forget.